Good morning, kiddos. Coach Troy here. Today I'm going to talk about Splendor. Now, everyone has done a review on Splendor, and so I figured it's time to throw my hat in the ring and explain why this is still a very solid game. Quickly, how to play Splendor. On your turn, you can make 4 different moves. You can either get 3 different gems, boom, and boom, or you can get 2 of the same gems. You can reserve a card, so you don't have it yet, but now you'll be the only one who can buy it, and also you get a gold, which acts as a wild. Taken cards are replaced. Or you can buy a card. For example, this card here, I'll need 2 reds, 2 greens, and 1 white. So I'll take my 2 rubies, my diamond, and I have 1 emerald, but I also have my gold wild. So I'll spend those 2. This is now my card. That goes in my tableau. Now I'll always have a blue card here. Now you'll notice on some of these cards, like this one here, it has points on it right here. 5 points, okay? Some are as low as 1 point. Also, there are Royals cards that have 3 points on them. 3 points here, and 3 points here. Now the way to get these Royals cards is, as soon as you have this in your tableau, your collection, your bank, whatever you want to call it, 4 emeralds and 4 rubies, you just automatically get these 3 points. Don't have to spend a turn buying it. Right? First player to get 15 points wins the game. Alright, now reasons why this is still a good game. First off, that just showing you how to play the game. Alright, it took how long to do that? Just a few sentences really, and you're off and started, right? Just a few minutes, you put this game out, you set it up, you explain the rules to anyone who's never even played, and you're ready to go, okay? Now, a lot of times in my game group, I'm the one who has to teach all the rules, right? And I just get tired of it, especially the whole, you didn't tell me that in the beginning, so yeah, you must be cheating, da-da-da-da-da. I get that a lot. But with this game, again, just 4 things you can do. That's it. Boom. First to 15 wins, done. Everyone knows how to play right away, all right? Love that about this. Second, even in that very, very small rule set, there's still good game in here, right? There's very important decisions to be made. What's your plan? All right, you gotta have that plan in the beginning. What are you gonna go for? Are you going for the Royals? Are you going for high points? What are you trying to do? All right, and then you've got to adjust it because you gotta deal with what the other people are taking. Are they taking your jewels? What jewels are available? Things like that. Okay, so you gotta keep adjusting and switching your plan. So you gotta have your strategy, and you also have to be able to have be tactical about it and switch depending on the situation on hand. Right? Love that about this game. Third, it plays fast, right? Player turns, you just got the one thing you can do. So, player turns are going fast. Next thing you know, it's your turn again, all right? With 2 people, bam, bam, back and forth really quick. With 4 people, it takes a little longer, but still, it's going, all right? So even if you're going to have your turn ready in your head, you're going to have your move planned out. Even if the person right before you steals whatever you're going to do and messes it up, it still doesn't take long to come up with a backup plan and figure out your next best move. And you still got to think about it. It's still a very important decision, but it doesn't take too long to figure out what another good quality move is going to be. And piggybacking off of that onto my next point, it scales very well, all right? I love the 2-player back and forth, all right? Love the 2-player mode, all right? But 3-player and 4-player is also really well, all right? Turns go so fast, even with 4 players, it's not too much longer before it's your turn again. And sure, it does make the game take a little bit longer, so there is that. Like 2-player, you can go boom, 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 boom. You can get a few games in, like 2-3 games in an hour, all right, which is nice. 4 players is going to take you a little bit longer to do that, but it's still really fast and really fun. Plays well, all player counts. And it's got good replayability, all right? First 2 games, you're just figuring out your systems, how it works. Okay, what are some good strategies, okay? When is the best time to go for the royals, or when do I want to go for just points? Do I want to get a lot of cheap gems? Or, so you're figuring that out at the beginning. Then the more you play, the more you start thinking about, okay, what are these other players doing, all right? Then you get way more interactive with repeat plays. Like, oh no, Monica has got 13 points, okay? So we got to make sure she can't get any 2 or higher point cards, otherwise she wins. And so you guys got to make sure she doesn't get that. And so you start table talking, going back and forth, blocking each other, as well as trying to still implement your own plan. It's a balance in there. You got to really make that balance work, all right? And I really love that. And then lastly, of course, it just looks good, all right? First off, the infamous chips, all right? This nice stack of chips, all right? These are fantastic. Who doesn't like playing with these chips, all right? They look good. They're nice and thick. And nothing beats throwing down a stack of chips to pick up your gem cards, all right? And the gem cards look good too. I mean, the artwork on here is very nice. It's nothing crazy. It just looks good. It's pleasing, all right? Most of the time in games, the artwork is great at first, but then you always kind of lose sight of the artwork. And to say the color schemes in this, they're pleasing. It's nothing crazy, and it keeps it pleasant to look at the entire time you're playing the game. And then, of course, there's the royals, all right? Look at these goofy dudes, all right? Now, these are nice also. They're nice cardboard. They look good. The painting, or the pictures on there are great. All right, now this is right up my alley, because if you look at some of the paintings I have in my house, this is definitely my style of artwork. So I got my Rembrandt here. So personally for me, say I really like the artwork in this game. This game, it just looks good. And of course, I managed to pick up this lovely playmat, all right? You saw it earlier. Oh, I'm a sucker for a good playmat. Doesn't come with the game. Definitely not necessary, but anytime you can get a good functional playmat, do it, all right? Do it. Still a fantastic game, not for just one of those reasons, but for all of those reasons put together, all right? This is my most played game of the last year. Mainly, I would say, because it's one of my girlfriend's favorite games. So we can pull this out, get on the table, and knock out a couple of games of it, right? And she has fun, I have fun. The games are usually close, so there's, not too many whoopings. Every now and again, one of us will try a different strategy and will fail miserably. But again, the game doesn't last too long, so it doesn't, doesn't feel too bad, right? Doesn't hit you too hard if you have a miserable, spectacular failure. Say it's easy to teach. It's easy to get, so anyone who's never really played before, like in this last year, I haven't really been able to get to any game groups, all right? So my circle has been very small, and in the few gatherings we have had have been with family or friends, and none of them have really been gamers, but this is something that I can pull out and I can teach to anyone. It's not really intimidating. It's, again, easy to learn. We can play, and this has actually worked out well. A couple people I've shown this to have really taken to the hobby, and now they're enthusiasts themselves. They're playing, they're collecting games, they're going on to exploring what all the realm of board games has to offer, which is really cool and fun to see. So in short, Splendor, definitely approve, all right? In my collection to stay. Coach Troy, see y'all later.